We got the media team in here. We're the media
We're the
team.
media team. We got content. TV's in the go. We got TV in the go, Wack.
You looking for that fire Clubhouse content? Well, you need to subscribe to the home. Hey, yo, Clubhouse TV. Let's get to the content.
That's a good one.
In the block.
Yeah, what's going on, Wack?
I don't know. I'm trying to understand. I mean, that's not exposed. 2004 to 2020, top of 2021. It was definitely associates. Well, how are you exposed in that? That's not a secret.
Well, it's not technically a secret, and I don't know what portion you heard. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot going on, Wack. Let me ask you a question, right? You was
What I'm
cool
trying
with
to
Big
say
U for
is
what?
exposed.
Hold
But
up, hold
what
up,
are
hold
you
up.
saying? I was running with him.
Hold up, bro. You asked the question, I'm gonna give you the answer. Dead ass. So look, you was cool with Wack for 16, 17, 18 years, something like that?
Let me see. Let me break it down. Met him first in 04. He pulled up to death row. He went back to jail real quick. We helped get him out. Probably about when did we help him with Nipsey? Probably about 06, about 06, about 14 years, solid years, 14 solid years. Yeah, about 14 solid years. 310 deal, we let him make a little money. Yeah, that's
Hey,
about
Wack,
06.
Wack, you know those numbers changed. First you said 18, 17, 14.
No. We ran it about 2020 because how I know is we barely made it back for COVID lockdown. When Trump was finna shut it down, we was on tour. And that's when he came to see me about the Nipsey tapes. He come to my crib. So about 2020. He came home in 04. He paroled in 04. He went back. We helped bail him out. And then he had something to do with the game 310, the hurricane deal. Can't remember. But I know he made a little money, about 80,000. And that was about 06. From 06 to 2020, it was solid.
Okay. So let me ask you this, right? Because you know, if you're innocent, right, of everything that people were trying to say, because like I said, I like to say in their own words. I heard you say a lot of things, Wack. But if you're not, you know, caught up in that situation, then I'll be the
talking about
first.
his indictment?
Hold up, bro. It goes deeper than the indictment, because we know that you're not part of that. But we're speaking the victim aspect. When I asked you that over there in that FAFS room, and we know what's going on with Chuck.
Victim of who?
Hold up. When they approached you, bro, without no yelling, no screaming, no nothing, bro.
When who approached me?
Okay, the 20 Crips with the hoodies. What was that situation about without saying too much? If you could speak on it.
Well, you know, God of Kings, you ain't stupid. Like, ain't nothing slow about it, you know. See, when you like, it's kind of like when saying what they gonna do, right? Saying what they gonna do. And then you run into an individual and then nothing happens, you don't do it, right? A nigga gonna question, you said when you catch him, well, why nothing happened? Right?
Right.
So, when it's 15, 20 of y'all in hoodies, and he's by himself, if I don't understand if people read, like I don't know if people read or do.
I know where you're going at with it.
You
I
get
know,
what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
listen,
I know exactly where you're going at.
if you read what he said in the wiretap, he also said something else. So ain't nobody stupid. Look, man, if they're calling me a snitch for 2 years and I'm looking for him, I wouldn't give a if he quoted the whole Bible. I wouldn't give a if he begged. I wouldn't give a if he cried. If we didn't put it up 20 deep, travel 15 minutes, come to where you at, and we catch you, we're gonna fuck you up, right? So what you do is you throw other shit in there. You say the kids was in the car. Well, all you gotta do is look at the picture of the vehicle. There's nobody in my car. I don't even allow my children. They've been able to ride my car in at least a decade. I don't even allow it to happen, right? So that's not true. So now Wax by itself is 20 of y'all. It's only one right thing, not one thing. The right thing is the only one that'll make a thing twice, bro. And it's just real shit. You know what I'm saying? So if it's slow,
exactly what you said.
Yeah, if it's slow, right? You know, and don't get that because I'm in the car with 800 horsepower. I'm gonna be real with you, God of Kings. I was a little cocky. My outfit was nice. You understand what I'm saying?
Wack,
So a
come on.
nigga
You
got to
can't
be.
dress, bro. That's the one thing we
No,
ain't
no,
gonna act
you
like you
missing
got
what I'm
swag.
saying.
I know what
Follow
you
what
said.
I'm
I know.
saying.
No, I know what you
I was
said.
a little cocky. My outfit was nice, so I
But
jumped
look,
out.
look, check
You get what
the
I'm
dice.
saying?
She was only 26 years old. It wasn't nothing older than that.
No,
You
no, you
understand
out
what
your
I'm
mind.
going?
No, no, no. We talking double senior citizen. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay, okay,
You know,
okay.
we talking double senior. You know what I'm saying? With the OG great tape. You feel what I'm saying? You know
Okay.
everything.
I got
You
you. I
know
got you. I got you. I
everything
see
that
what's
they
going on.
have. They always have a mini of everything. You get what I'm saying? But you know,
Absolutely,
what it
absolutely.
is what it is, right? You know, the feeder is the feeder. So, you know, is if you slow, then you slow because obviously you come up there for that. You run into it in a 800 horsepower car. He don't get on the gas. He jump out, and when he jump out, he's out. What stops 20 on a mission for moving?
Now let me give you this.
You know, so
Now from your end, you
yeah.
asked somebody 6 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and three
No, no,
o'clock,
not from
right?
my end. Yeah, well, yeah, six.
Right.
No, six, yeah. It was kind of half moon, about
Okay, I
30,
got you.
about 30 yards. And on top of that, you remember the boy? What's that nigga name, baby, from Pasadena? That used to be in our room. The nigga who had a heart attack. No, the other nigga, G Wayne homie. Remember, he was in the car about 30 feet from us, right behind me. So it was a car about y'all couldn't see like maybe 20, 30 feet. The homie from PDL, he's in the car, him and the homie's brother. So, I mean, I was all right because I knew what I was working with, and I definitely know what they working with. We was good. It was really a bad thing. He really
Okay, now
gas. Yeah,
look.
it was good.
Now walk with me. That's me and you read. I can read
Yeah,
between the lines. I get it.
yeah.
But the feds on paper, they're not going to say that. They're going to say there was an alleged situation where they approached you. There was conversation on the wiretaps about what they wanted to do. Now this is a real question.
No, but
I
stop. You
heard
gotta
you.
stop right there. You gotta stop right
Go ahead.
there.
Go ahead.
See, that's the difference. If it would have been a wiretap of them saying, hey, we going to do this, or we got some just finna go do that, or then over here. If it was any of that, then it would have been a situation. All he then did was in conversation say he want to whoop my ass and break my jaw and say we ran into the.
Up, Wack. Now hold
Yeah,
up.
that's it.
I gotta stop you right there because you blame Jim Jones for the same thing. All he said was violate. And you took that and ran with it. Yo, he's a rat. How come he's not in the
No. But
indictment?
he never,
Hold up, Wack. That's
he
the
never.
same
Listen,
thing.
stop. Okay, now look, bro. And I don't know if you really savvy to these people, these lip readers, and these niggas they got
I pay attention.
to break down certain conversation, right? It's been 1,000,001 snitches from y'all side because that's y'all lingo.
Hold up. It's
Who they,
me and
wait,
you
wait.
having the
No,
conversation. We
slow
can point
down.
fingers to Jabba
No,
Loke and a whole bunch of others.
listen
Come
to
on.
me. We ain't point Jabba Loke's a rat. We had his paperwork. We read it.
That's on your side.
Yeah,
And your man
yeah, we
started
read it.
box. That was your right hand man. Y'all
We
was
read it.
neighbors.
No, we read all Jabba Loke paperwork. Jabba Loke from Long Beach Crip, right?
Bro,
That's
but he
where he
was
from.
your neighbor when y'all got the paper. You know, y'all had the same a lot
No,
of things.
he
Come on.
wasn't my neighbor then, bro. See, y'all
But he
be
was your
saying,
neighbor before.
yeah, but when this crime was committed against Stutterbox, that nigga wasn't my neighbor no more. He was living in Woodland Hills. He left from where I went, moved 50 mile hours south.
I'm gonna move away from that because
Yeah.
that's a touchy subject. You know where I'm going at with it, but this is what I will
No,
say.
I don't. I'm just saying, where is it that
See,
I'm
Wack,
running with Big U?
look. One thing about you, you don't
God
never
of
want to
Kings.
just
I'm
move
talking about the
along.
title. Look, I'm giving y'all some respect and
Okay,
pulling up.
let's
The
go with ask the
title, you
question. I'm gonna
said
give you the
I'm
answer.
running with Big, I'm exposed for running with Big U. I don't get what that, like,
You
where
was
did
Okay,
you,
running
look,
with Big U, bro.
Stack
well,
City in the building. Salute.
nah,
You
I'm
said
gonna
you
be
ran
real
with him
with you.
17 years out
No,
your
I'm
own
gonna
mouth.
be, no, listen, I'm gonna be
There
real
it
You
with
said
you.
you
is.
slept on his couch.
Slow down. I'm gonna be real with you, right?
I heard you knew his
I
family
got,
too.
listen, I have associates. I got some people where our families know each other. But I'm gonna be real, bro. I don't run. I've never ran with no nigga. Meaning,
Did you sleep on his
slow
couch?
down, slow down, bro. Let me
You be
talk.
saying slow down when ain't nobody talking fast.
Okay, so listen. When I got homies right now, that all day, every day, these is together. They wake up, they run around, they move. The next day, it's the same shit. Wack ain't never ran with no what I do. I'm never gonna do that,
But
right?
did you ever sleep on his couch?
I've been in his couch. He's been on my couch. We didn't watch games. Nigga, we didn't hung out. Our families didn't
Wack, you
intermingled. All
said
that.
you had keys to his house, bro. Come on,
That's a
stop
fact.
it, bro.
That's a
Come
fact.
on, bro. You
I
know what I mean?
did.
That was your man's. Don't act
Yeah,
like
but
he was just
God of
some
Kings,
business
God of
constituent.
Kings,
Come on.
nobody denies that. But here's the thing, right? So like with certain people, I do certain things, right? So
Mm-hmm.
if I do this kind of business with you, that's what I do with you. You may be doing other things that have nothing to do with me, right? And I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
be real. The shit I read in that indictment, I've never seen that guy. Like I've never
Oh
seen a nigga
man.
know this real. I've never seen. Hey, bro, we don't talk
You
about extorting a nigga for $1,000 at my table, bro. That's
Hey
just
yo,
like
Wack, don't
it ain't no. What do we? That's not what we do, my
hey
nigga.
yo, Wack,
We
don't you
talk about.
agree
Hold
none
on.
of
We
don't you
talk
agree
about.
none of them be talking to the feds at all about nothing unless they give them they name, they first and last name, that's it, right?
None of who? Who you talking about now?
Any of that case, they shouldn't be talking to the
Yeah,
feds
but
about
bro,
nothing.
it's wiretapped up. What you mean?
No, I mean, I'm talking about when the feds sit down with them, they should not be talking to them niggas about nothing, right?
We had nothing to talk about, but I mean, shit.
So hold up. So why the would you be talking to the feds on a recorded phone call and talking about you trying to teach us how you talk to them? You should have told them niggas
Okay,
when they
so this is what
contacted you
happened.
about
So this
Jay
is what
That's a
Prince
good
go.
question,
to
Wack.
Wait,
contact your
slow down,
lawyer.
slow down. So that's not about Big U. That's about Jay Prince. So I'm gonna tell you why I did that. So when the call comes, right, their first thing is, are you in fear, right? If I'd have hung that phone up,
Mm-hmm.
whatever investigation they had going on dude, right, they would have continued it. So what I did is I had the conversation with them, recorded it, right, and let them know me and this man ain't got no problems. What we do on the internet is we simply around. I know him, he know me. I never been threatened. He's never threatened me. So whatever they thought they had going on their side, because that come from their side, or whatever niggas whispered in their ear from that end, I totally debunked it. They can't
No,
use it
you should have
against the
told
nigga.
them niggas to reach out to your lawyer
Nah,
if
I
they had
definitely did that. I did
any
that at
type
the
of
end.
concerns.
No, no, no,
You
no,
shouldn't
no,
have
no,
said
no,
nothing
no, no,
about
no.
nothing.
Nah, in that situation, nah, I'm gonna let them know this man ain't did nothing to me. I ain't in fear. Ain't never been in fear. Whoever telling you that is incomplete is wrong. And if you got any more questions, if you listen to the end of it, I said I contact my attorney, Alex Kessel. I definitely did that because at that point, there's nothing else to talk about. But we talk about the big U shit. I'm trying
All
to
right, so
understand.
Yeah.
So
Go ahead, Carl.
God of Kings, I'm trying to
All
understand
right.
what is
All
the
right, so look. So there's times when I heard you say, you know, if anybody wanted to get down, you know, they could meet you at Big U crib. It's times when I heard you say you had the key, even with the
No, you
graduation.
heard me say that to a dude that said he was from Rolling 60s, right? So
Mm-hmm.
the dude from Rolling 60s said, I said, where you from? He said, I'm from Rolling 60s. I don't know if he a troll, if he wasn't a troll. Maybe he just said it to say it. I said, okay, cool. You can meet me at Big U spot. And guess what? The nigga went away. He was nowhere to be found. You from 60, you can meet me. That's in the 60s. That's right there.
So
So if you from
now I'm
60,
gonna go
you
to
should be comfortable. Hold on. You
go
should be
ahead.
comfortable going in your neighborhood. So I'll come over there and then we can do whatever you want to do. Yeah,
But
that's
that's
it.
how.
So,
But
so
look, real quick. That's how comfortable you was with Big U,
Oh,
even though
we was both. Hey, bro, listen.
that's my point
Hey,
because
bro,
that
look, let
was
me
your
explain
man's,
something to
and
you,
you
God
knew
of
that he
Kings. Let me
wasn't gonna
explain
let nothing
something to you.
happen to you. Come on,
Hey,
bro. That was your man's,
this is
bro.
real shit, right?
Absolutely.
Right in the middle of us getting into it, right? Um, we was doing Game's last album. Right in the middle of us getting into it, I come into Challenge Studios. When I walk in there, it's two niggas from Minnesota got butcher knives on Big U son, Baby Huey, the wild one, right? This is in the middle of us getting into it. I did everything I was supposed to do to make sure them knives was put down.
But
And I
Wack,
got
I
his
don't
son.
want you to
Wait,
really go to
hold on.
hold up because
No,
I know
hold
the
on.
end
Let me
result of
show
that
you something.
story. I
Hold
don't
on.
want you to put yourself into something, bro.
No. There's no into something. I did what I was supposed to do to make sure I personally took his son back home, right? But
Hmm.
guess what? Let's fast forward it. Whenever Super Bowl was in California the last time, my baby mom and my daughter goes to the celebrity basketball game at Crenshaw High, right?
Hmm.
People, my phone going crazy. Text message. They sending me pictures of my baby mama and my daughter standing there talking to Gilly or Wallow or something. And maybe about 2, 3 feet behind them was Big U, right?
Hmm.
So I know when I see Big U, right? When it comes to our children, our families, right? are those two women, they still communicate when they want to communicate, right?
Mm.
We ain't never crossed that line with each other. Like I
So
didn't
Wack, let
deliver
me ask
this
you a
list.
question right
Hold
quick,
on,
right?
bro. Like I didn't delivered his son and he was in some shit when my
Nah, we get that, but let me ask you a question, right?
when my family was in the heart of his neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
He made sure they were straight. So you got to remember, it was a long run for us, right? And I looked out for dude and helped
See
him
what you
do a
just
lot of
said?
shit.
A long run, bro. You
Yeah,
just
yeah.
said
Yeah.
it.
But
Y'all
yeah,
was running together, bro.
but
Nah,
Wack, so
okay. Let me
this is
ask
what I
you
don't
something, Donna
understand, right?
Kings. Can you right now on some real shit? Can you tell me anybody that you know me? When I say run, this is people I do business with. Majority of people I
What
do
business you
business.
got with Big U back then, bro? That's what I
A
want to
nigga
know.
don't have your house keys just doing business, bro.
Hey,
Come on,
bro. Hey,
man.
listen to me, Stack City. What's crazy about you? You a late comer to this app. So, like
No, I'm
everybody
asking.
know.
Listen, so I'm
Everybody
late coming
know.
to the app, but I'm
Everybody.
asking
Nipsey.
you,
Look,
what
Nipsey
business did
Hustle.
you
Listen.
have?
Okay,
What
watch
business did
this.
you have with Big
Nipsey
U though?
Hustle, watch this. The first line of
I know
work
one
was
thing that
Nipsey
they
Hustle.
had.
Hold on, the first line of work was Nipsey Hustle, right?
Right.
I'm the one crossed Nipsey Hustle to New York. We pumped him in New York. K. Slay did all that. He looked
That's a
out for
fact.
me and Game spoke about it on Vlad. We
But
utilized.
then when Nipsey Hussle
Bro,
died,
hey,
didn't
bro,
you try
I'm
to
out,
extort his
bro.
family?
Can I talk? You asked me a question about
I thought you tried to extort his family though, bro. Because that
extort
sex
who
tape,
family?
Nipsey
Since
Hussle's
you,
family,
the
I've never
30% with
talked.
Law in
the
London.
30%.
Where y'all getting that from, bro?
I'm
Hold up,
asking you,
hold
trying
up,
to clear it
Okay,
out.
hold up,
look,
Wack.
can I complete what I'm saying and we can get to that?
All right,
Didn't you
go ahead.
say the Big U allegedly wanted you to do some
Ain't
things and
no
you didn't
allegedly.
do
I
it,
put
right?
it up. I put it up. That's a fact. Ain't no alleged on nothing. I exposed it. Son.
We
Hey,
gotta say alleged, Wack. Come
no,
on, there's
there's
a
no
case going
alleged.
on.
Ain't no alleged. That's what that was, right? And one, you're mixing a sex tape and a music contract. Two total different things. He talked about the same contract on Bootleg Kev. He had a contract from 2009 to 2019 for 30%. He spoke about it himself, right? Like, this is no secret. Now, let me get back to him asking me what business we did with Big
Go on,
U,
Stack City.
right? We got him, we orchestrated Nipsey's first deal, right? That we got him, right? With Big U, Steve Lobel, and Nip. Me and Game did that. Game spoke about that on Vlad. After that, we did the K Slate. After that, we introduced him to T.I., that's our relationship. My man Zachariah Ali, that's our relationship out of Philly. We introduced to pretty much everybody we had access to, producers, whether it was for real estate, whatever it may be. If we had it, he needed it, we allowed him to utilize it, right? Now, going to the contracts, right? The sex tapes, okay, the sex tapes, again, I never exposed that to the world. Hassan Campbell did. I just stood on it. I said it. He played it. I stood on it. Is what it is. I've always told everybody that those tapes have never been in my possession. Right? The dude that owns them it's a willing participant on the sex tapes. He's from Louisiana. He's not even a street. He's from LA. He ain't none of that.
Hold up, hold up, hold
Right?
up. Hassan Campbell said that he seen him personally on your phone, bro.
Nah, he's lying.
But he said it though. Why would he lie, bro?
He's just talking. I've never had those tapes on my phone.
You just said that he exposed it because he seen it, bro. It came from you.
It
Come
was
on.
a conversation, bro. What are you talking about? I get your facts right. He's lying. I've never had them on my phone. I've never had those sex tapes on my phone. It's about 30 or 40 text messages with the request of what it is, the fee for what dude was charging, and it's probably about 12 to 15 different videos. I've never had it on my phone.
Even Vlad said that he seen it. But we'll get
No,
back to that.
Vlad said that I know Wax. This is what Vlad said. He said I know Wax not lying because
Said
the
you
same
sent him a
individual.
screenshot.
No, I ain't never said I sent him. He said the same individual sent him a still screenshot of one of the videos. Like, listen to what he's saying, bro.
All right, so let me ask this, right? 'Cause I want to get to the bottom of this. This is what I want to get to the bottom of, right? Because when Big U got locked up, right, the first thing he said on his phone, the last thing he said on his phone.
I don't care about that.
All right, then. So
did you read that?
we good.
Stack City. See, Stack. This is how this work, right? Me and Dude been antagonized
You got to
about each
continue
other
the
for
question,
years.
Wack. Let him
No,
continue the
because where
question
he's
so you can
going
get the
don't make
gist of
sense.
it.
If you're saying, right, said, I ain't did nothing, I don't know why, He said, when they raided my house, they asked about Wack 600 and loose. First of all, you or your family wasn't at the house. That's why all y'all in the van going to turn yourself in. Second of all, he said 600 was with the feds when they raided. No, he wasn't. 600 drove by the house and recorded the house.
So he was with the feds then?
No, he's not, bro. What do you think?
But hold on, but Wack,
look, bro, in the ghetto, let me tell you something.
Listen,
if you live in the hood, bro, wait, stop, bro. If you live in the hood and the feds is raiding the house in the set, so the whole hood is gonna know this, right?
Can it be somebody looked outside and saw the dude out there with the phone recording, right?
No, he put it.
It could have been. That could have been.
Stack. I got a phone call 7 o'clock in the morning. Whoa, 600. He say the homies say the feds hit Big U house. I said, don't jump out the window with that. The nigga might be playing you like he played you on. Might want to drive by there and see. He said, all right, I ain't number 10 minutes from it, right? He jumped in his car and he drove over there. And he pulled out his phone and you could tell he recorded it. That's it.
So from somebody else's perception that was in the house, they could have said they saw the nigga 600.
No,
right?
Nobody was in the house, bro. Like, nobody was there.
But
they raped Stack, slow down. Nobody was at the house when they raided.
Okay, listen, whether somebody was at the house or not, but whoever's know that he was there could have said, yo, he came with the feds. That's weird, right?
No, what do you mean? By the time he came and recorded, bro, it wasn't number 2 feds just standing in the front yard. They say they raided that nigga house like 4:35 in the morning. He don't get to record until like 7:15.
Okay, but all right. So now listen to this, right? I'm gonna ask you another question, right? So Adam, the no jumper dude, right? So the feds came and questioned him.
No, they never questioned him. What they did, they went to his home. They left him the card on his door. He called the motherfucking number on the call. Well, actually, he sent it to his attorney. His attorney called the number, and they said they wanted the cease and desist letter that Big U and his attorney sent to No Jumper to pull down the loose cannon segment. That's all it was. He sent them the video. The rest was just me calling in, saying my attorney, we capping now. We just, because they lied. My attorney gonna have him out by 2:30.
So y'all was basically trying to get the views.
Yeah, that's a fact. All day long. You got a job to do. He'll be out by 2:30. My attorney's down there. Adam was already at No Jumper in office bullshitting and laughing like he was already there. So guess what? At 4 o'clock come, the numbers was damn near triple. So we did what we supposed to do. So, and he definitely gave him the cease and desist letter. I mean, shit.
Yo, so why you put Loose Cannon on the phone with an informant?
On the phone with who?
With Dale, you rat bastard.
Okay, well, Loose Cannon called me with Dale on the phone. Get your facts right. He called me and said, Wack, record this convo. Who on the line? He said, Monster.
You a lying bastard.
All right.
You said
any other hey, bro, listen, I got the conversation.
You a confidential informant. We got that conversation.
Okay.
We got a video of him with his ass out. He's a big booty blood. Wack 100 is a big booty blood.
I come over here because I'm the draw.
Look. So here's the question.
Hold on.
Hold up, bro. Here's the real question. I don't know nothing about that. I don't even know who that guy is. This the reality. Now, you said that you got contacted, right, by the feds over the Jay Prince situation. My question is...
I recorded the whole call.
Exactly, but they called you. Right? And they wanted to know if you needed assistance. You told them no. Right?
No, they wanted to know if I felt threatened, if he ever issued any threats. So definitely.
Absolutely. So look, in the same light, we got Big U, who is the most major guy on the West Coast. Your big brother.
No, he's not.
Bro, you said he was a big brother to you, bro. You're not gonna do that.
No, to me, but let's slow down, bro. And I'm gonna be real with y'all, right?
Now, if somebody's a big brother
slow down,
to you,
bro, because this is what's real. Like, y'all gotta understand, right? In his section, right? Even in his neighborhood broke up in 6 different sections, right? 5 of them can't stand him. You know they better not catch him. Get what I'm saying? So, because y'all know a name because of social, and then he's tied to this and tied to that. Great. I got G homies that's way older than me, been doing it longer than me, but they just ain't on social media. Big U has no say-so or control over Los Angeles. He got his little clique in his little, when he says AG, that's one little street. Arlington Ave, and there's about 6 or 7 little dudes that run with him. This is not a dude that's like that. Now, Suge Knight at one time when Death Row was moving because everybody wanted to rap,
you know the power Suge had. You know that.
No, bro.
But let me give you one more thing.
No, slow down. Slow down. You got to remember there's a difference because y'all got to stop pumping that dude was that. No, he wasn't that. He had a name for himself, but dude didn't never had no real money. This ain't a nigga you saw driving around in some flashy shit, or he had a build or had this or this or that. He was a dude that was tied to other people. That's it. Just stop putting that this nigga ran something, bro.
Listen, he ran his look. He said the feds raided his houses. So he owned houses, right?
That's cap.
Oh, well, that's what he said.
That's what they said, bro.
That's cap. Oh, they
hit. Let me ask you this, man, because you're smart.
They hit his mama house. Right? Now, if you want to say, look, his mama do live on Arlington, okay? So that's where they went in, I guess. Maybe they went over there, okay? They hit his mama house, which is a little hood house, a little 3-bedroom, 2-bath in his crib. That's just real shit, bro. What the fuck is a hood house?
I'm just saying, but his mother owned. He got the house. For his mother.
But that's not. I don't, bro. That's his mama house. You know what I'm saying? But he's known to frequent that spot because that's where he grew up at. The nigga got one house, the one 600 put up. That's the home he got. I helped him save his home, right? He almost lost the home. So all the houses, they went to his mama house.
But how you saying he wasn't running with him?
Real quick.
You sleeping on his couch.
Let me ask you this.
I ain't never slept on no nigga couch.
That show that came out.
You said that.
Bro, when you say a nigga sleeping on a nigga couch, that's a nigga living there with no place to go. If I went over there and took a cat nap all day long,
I'm saying, all right, is a cat nap sleeping on a couch? Is that sleeping?
Bro, come on, bro.
Is that sleeping on a couch, homie?
Hey, listen.
Come on, homie. Let's make it make sense.
A few couches I cat nap on, but so what? Did I have keys out? Yes, I do. But what that got to do?
You had keys. You
what
slept
that
on the couch, bro.
So
how can you disrespect the nigga that you slept on his couch?
Because he disrespected me.
I'm gonna take
him and Suge did business without you.
Look. I'm gonna take it somewhere else though. That show that came out. Remember that show that your man's? Because you said they stepped to you first. What was it?
Yeah, I wouldn't do it. They tried to get me to do it for 18 months.
Okay,
that's
so
look. That's Jim Bob.
You gave that show to Big U because you knew Big U had power on the West Coast, bro. You wouldn't have did that.
No. Slow down. No.
You wouldn't have gave it to Corrupt. You wouldn't have gave it to Snoop.
No, because Snoop ain't doing that shit. But they paid the nigga $300,000. You can't get Snoop to do no full production, run around for a month, paying $300,000 for one.
So you basically telling me that you put a your man put a documentary out about a man that y'all lied about, like he wasn't really who y'all said he was?
Who lied about? Listen, if you look at the documentary, right, everything he talks about is shit from his past growing up, him going to jail. You don't see him talking about no major music shit. His only claim to fame is he got the Nipsey deal done.
That's my whole point.
Hold on.
My point is
that he was only part of that for 40. Hold on, bro.
Go-to guy, bro.
Bro, listen to me. My homie Jim Bob come to me for 18 months. He's still mad at me today about the shit, right? And I thought I made it right. I said, look, bro, that shit don't pay enough, and where I'm at.
Hold up, Wack. You didn't make an impact like that. You had this what is it, Sexy Kenna. That was you was behind that.
Are you out your goddamn mind, bro?
What was the other joint? I hit it first. They said you put that together.
Right there. Okay, first of all, I need everybody to understand. I'm not just a manager. All you gotta do is scroll down and you'll see Fifth Amendment or you'll see 100 Entertainment. That is my catalog, bro. I am the label. First of all, now when Jim Bob came to me,
it was bigger than music. Slow down. It was streets. You didn't do the thing.
Slow down.
I'm gonna be honest. The resume that Big U has, you don't have that resume.
It don't matter. Don't matter.
It does matter. To me to do it. They gave him the show.
No, they didn't. No, I gave it to him. I said, Jim Bob, that's what I'm gonna do. I said, let Big U do it. He could use the money. The 300, nigga, you can't lock me down 30 days, especially at that time, for no 300. Nigga, you crazy. I'm not doing it.
What? I said, and wait.
For
50,000.
I said,
what are you talking about?
Hold on.
50,000 on Clubhouse. Why you take from them?
I'm going to call Haitian Jack, and I'm going to get Jack to participate. To what capacity? You got to figure it out. Whatever Jack money you want, then that's what that is. I made the call to Jack. I went over there to Big U, and boom, I didn't leave the homie out there in the water. I just wasn't doing it. I mean, bro, if it wasn't for something I wanted to do, I'm not gonna do it.
So let me ask you a question.
One of your homies, bro. How come you gave it to Big U?
What you mean? What do you mean? Like, what do you give it
bro,
to? What
you got on the Paru side, bro. I'm pretty sure
yeah,
one of the homies that could have used that
I'm gonna
alley-oop.
keep it 100 on the West Coast. On this West Coast, it ain't nothing but Big U's involvement in the music industry is what we brought him into. We, the Parus, that's a fact.
But it was also his street resume, bro.
Listen,
the checking in allegedly. Come on, we know
well,
that's
what he chose to make.
That's where Trick with the no-fly zone. Come on, we know what that was.
No, that's what he chose to make it, right? What you gonna give it to Top Dog? You can't give Top Dog no $300,000 for no 30-day fucking nigga. Do you know, bro, how much?
I never said Top Dog, bro. It's other guys, bro. Come on.
No, it's not.
Those guys in that park. You telling me they couldn't use that money?
It's not. It's nobody else who had the story on both sides of it. It's not.
And Big U had the story. That's what I'm saying. He got a resume.
But bro, did you see me in the segment?
I'm gonna be honest, Wax. Sometime when I was
did you see me in the segment? No, I didn't want to have nothing to do with it. The homie asked me for 18 months. He had the writers from
because you be playing it safe, Wack. You know, with certain things you can't get involved in. You know what I'm saying?
First of all, no. What I do is I do what I want to do. You get what I'm saying? If I want to do it, listen. If I want to do it,
work with the feds.
Look, if I want to do it, I'll do it. You get what I'm saying? If I don't want to, for instance, right, the Streets of Compton, I did that. I executive produced that. Right? I did that. The money was right. It was my label that came to me to do it. You know what I'm saying? E1 did it. The bread was right. They also gave me another budget, right? So Game could do an album to the shit. So, okay, I like this structure. I got an album budget. This is more publishing, more royalties on the album. I get television credit and TV budget, and they paid the shit out of it. We had to produce 3-4 episodes. That made sense. But this shit, 30 days for $300,000, when you talking in the TV world, bro, that's like giving them $2,500, bro, to go do a show. It wasn't no money. He needed it.
So, Wack, you still manage the game? Speaking of the game,
I manage all my clients still to this day.
So what's up with you and Game Brother? Yeah, you and Game Brother had a fallout.
Hey, bro, this Stack City. You know what's crazy about you? And I wonder, because God of Kings be asking this shit. But you be asking shit that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Game Brother was gone.
Bro.
No, it don't. Because
nobody bigger than the content, Wack. Nobody's bigger than the content.
You 100-side reject. Don't matter. Listen to me. Game and his brother, if I know y'all gotta know this. Game and Big Face fell out in 2007 or 6, right? I'm nowhere around neither one of them. By the time I'm starting with Game, Face been gone 3-4 years. I've never.
That's not the question. The question is what you had a fallout with him about.
I don't call it a fallout. I just think I think he was a little emotional that his brother wasn't with him. So, that's what it was. I tried to get back together, but Game had his reasons. You know what I'm saying? So when his
but listen, I ain't gonna lie. Like
Game got his reasons.
You the main one breaks up though, Wack.
But Wack.
Okay, now God of Kings. See, slow down. This is why you gotta stay in control. If Game fell out with his brother in 2007, and I don't start doing business with Game till 09-10, how do I break something up, bro?
Hey, listen, right? I was privy to a conversation, right? The Game said he on you.
Bro, hey, listen.
Listen, this is facts.
Hey,
this is not no line, this is not no podcast. This is a phone call.
Stack. Try again, bro. Try again. I don't gotta have these conversations with a nigga that don't know that ain't a nobody. I just got off the phone. I just wired the nigga $50,000 out of here, bro.
Okay, you might have did that. Y'all might still do business, but he said he don't.
Okay, but he don't speak right.
That federal budget, Wack. That was a federal budget.
No, it wasn't.
He said he want you though.
That's what he said. I just charged the nigga $100,000. Okay, but I just sent him 50. I'm gonna send him another 50 money. I got you.
All right. Yeah, of course we want his money. Yes, you gotta send him money.
No. If you don't.
But that's his money, right? You said to him what money you said to him? Your money or his money?
No, I'm saying I just.
What money
got
are you
some more business done? Hey, listen, for the record, right? I've never hung out with my clients.
That ain't
Listen,
nothing to him.
I never hung out with my clients. All I do is business.
You hang out with the feds, nigga.
What I'm saying, he said he don't with you, bro. That's what he said.
Play the content.
That's facts.
You was in the car. You was in the car.
I'm not gonna have this conversation with you.
Hey,
look, I don't got.
Hey, Wack,
that's like you telling me my woman know with me. Go ahead,
guys.
Kid. You got any more questions? You sound dumb.
It's kind of on the hills or something.
God of Kings, you got any more questions?
Hold on. So you telling me? Hold on.
I'm talking to God of Kings. God of Kings. God of Kings, and you got any more questions?
Clubhouse TV. Clubhouse TV.
What up, YouTube? It's Clubhouse TV, back with another one. This is where we bring y'all the raws and realest in hip-hop, politics, and street news. Today, y'all heard the content. Wack found himself once again in the hot seat after rumors hit the net suggesting he was secretly running with Big U, despite years of public fallouts and accusations. The streets are talking and Wack is clapping back hard. So let's get into it. That Wack was running with Big U, and Wack always said he was never running with Big U. He just did business. Instead, they're accusing him of allegedly playing both sides or running with him while fronting like they had beef. Wack didn't waste no time. Start the conversation. According to Wack, his claim was straight up cap. He said, I ain't never ran behind no Big U. I ain't ran behind no man. A man don't move him. He stood on mine when everybody else bowed down. He continued saying the only reason people trying to tie him to Big U is because they scared of the truth he's been exposing lately. Wack doubled down, saying he's always been the one to bring real paperwork, expose backdoor politics, and refuse to get in line with the so-called OG Alliance. But it didn't stop there. Wack even called out a few names, hinting that the people spreading this narratives are the same ones who used to run with Big U themselves. I mean, y'all mad because I ain't scared to speak on what y'all too weak to say. I'm not with no secret handshakes and fake unity. Bottom line, Wack says he ain't never been cool with Big U behind the scenes like that, especially lately. And the people pushing that story are just trying to muddy his name because they can't control it. There's always the truth somewhere in the smoke. And on Clubhouse TV, we watching it all unfold. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think about the content in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you're always notified when I drop new content. Subscribe to the media team so you get that exclusive Wack 100 content. As always, I certainly appreciate y'all checking out Clubhouse TV. Off to the next one. Peace.